high-intensity headlights,
Callipygian,
and Buzzkill.
Welcome to another episode of Velocity Chaos!
Coming to you at the speed of sound. We are on the air at the Hexapod Soundhouse in Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Nick, and I am joined by my wonderfully talented and extremely friendly co-host, Luke.
How you guys doing out there? Thank you guys all for showing up. I just want to, if this was Smellcast, you guys can smell our wonderfully romant DJ Old Spice.
Hey guys, just keeping it fresh and clean for you today.
Oh, I appreciate you doing that, taking that shower before you came and spicing up the life here. Nick, what do we got going on today?
Well, Luke, I got some things I got to get off my chest. I got some chest hair. We're going to get into a nice segment of chest hair, and we will complain and moan because we want to. Then we're going to go right into a Buzzkill volume 120. DJ's going to run the buzzer on that and make sure we're flying through the topics. Finally, we're going to wrap it all up with what do you think it means? Luke's asking the questions. He's also bringing the answers. And finally, wrap it all up, as we always do, with some Aussie news. Just a reminder to our returning listeners and a note to our new friends. Here at the Velocity Chaos Podcast, we explore the highest heights of human knowledge and the lowest depths of crude humor. Our mission is to tickle the pink thing between your ears, poke the frontal lobe, and sometimes just smash the laugh box. So hop in and buckle up for an infotainment ride across the airwaves.
But before we get into all that, just a reminder to follow us at the Instagram. Go there, and Instagram, it's Velocity Chaos Pod, and on Facebook. Also, go to Twitter and check out Velocity Chaos P. And when you go on to Apple or Spotify, throw us a download on that so we can check our numbers and leave us a review. We can read that out live on the show. Thank you for you guys. Toss us a sub on the YouTube so we can get the feedback. Thank you guys, as always, for your support.
Oh, yeah, that feels good up in the ear holes. But you know what doesn't feel good? I'm freaking blind.
That's not good.
That's not good at all.
Guys, I'm blind, and this is where I'm going to start my chest hair segment. I cannot stand being blinded on the road these days by the high-intensity headlights that people are plugging into cars. I can't drive straight. I can't drive at night anymore. I am a complete mess. I'm basically an old person now at night in my car. I did a little bit of look-see here. I'm just going to preface this. When growing up in the 90s, early 2000s, getting your license, in the early 2000s, right? You're seeing the halogen lights are still around. And you're kind of like, okay, nighttime driving, we got to be careful. Watch out for deer. You put your headlights, your high beams on when you're on a straightaway and nobody's around, or it's late at night and there's no cars down the highway. But as soon as you see those other headlights coming around the curve, you hit your high beams. You're not blinding the guy coming down the road because he's got the same problems you do. He's driving late at night and he doesn't want to go into the ditch. So I get it. High beams are an extra added safety measure. But then I don't even know when it really happened. Probably 2012, 2015's LEDs all of a sudden became a huge craze. And all of a sudden people were like, more power, less electricity. Let's put that in the cars. And all of a sudden, it was like an explosion happened. A supernova was happening all over the highways, all over the byways, all across America. And all of a sudden, nighttime became a lot more hazardous, not because the deer population increased, but because there were just these glaring headlights, right? And I remember starting to kind of get the whiff of this, and you're driving down the road, you see these high beams, you flash the guy of your high beams are on, and the person just drives past you. And at first I thought people were just being a-holes.
My retina burning over here.
A whole new generation of jerks were driving down the road. But what really was happening was they were trying to flash their high beams, but their regular headlights were just brighter than their high beams. That's not really a fact, but that's how it felt like. Was they were they are off, moron. Yeah. And it's guys, this is just too much. It's too bright.
You nailed it right when about 6 sentences ago. These are assholes, just inconsiderate assholes. There's people like I got some chest hair on this too. Okay, I got the taco meat out right now under the Jones T-shirt right here. Okay, you're just an asshole. Oh my God, we can't see in the country because there's no street lights. Oh, for 80 years we've been driving fine, but now all of a sudden we need these goddamn torches to light the freaking road on fire because it's so damn bright, and I can't stand it. And like you said, it's not their high beams, it's their regular. They're coming through your rear view mirror, bouncing back into your eyes even when you flip the little thing so it does the little change. It is still so bright. It lights up your whole car. Yeah. It's daylight. You can't, and then you can't see outside of the car because it's too bright.
I 100% agree. It's like UFO sightings have just shot up because people are just, I'm being abducted. My entire car is being abducted right now. It's like, what is this? The Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind right now, the end where it's just, I can't see anything. That's exactly how I feel driving any type of country road. I mean, the crazy thing is, you're talking about the rearview mirror. New Year's Eve this year, I was out in the Poconos with the family. They were like, let's do it. It's halfway between Jersey and Ohio. And I remember driving home after the New Year's event, and sure enough, right? Somebody's like coming up on you as you pull out into the lane onto the street, and they come up behind you, and you're like, I can't see. Maybe if I like look forward, I'll be able to see. There's another car coming, and so you're sandwiched between these two high beams, and I just like slowed down to 20 miles an hour, and then they're honking at you, and it's like, I'm the asshole?
Yeah.
You what? I can't handle
Some
it.
of those cars are nice. Like I think Audi does it, or it's like they tilt the one that's on the driver's side away from the center, like
sure.
So it tries to stay out of the but a lot of them it's just so damn bright. Like you said, toggle it, just toggle it. You're just 2 fingers, you're in there toggling. High beams, not high beams, not like come up on a hill. Okay, you see other lights. Okay, I'm gonna shut them off while we both crest, and then it's like you gotta be considerate.
I'm not gonna lie here. The last vehicle I had absolute torches on it. I was that guy.
You're part of the problem.
Yeah, dude. They were like the bluish ones too. So they're the whole deal. Granted, to be fair, I did not put those ones in there. I did not put them in there. I bought the truck that way. But there might be like 12 years of mechanic experience. I could have adjusted them, and I was like, nah, it's fine. I'm just going to.
And that's what's funny. These are like 80-year-olds driving a new Lexus with their retirement money, and they're just like, where's this guy flashing at me? And it's because they're built in, and like they're part blind anyway at this point, so they think it's like, this is standard practice. Like, this is standard issue right out of the box. Just did some quick looking up. I mean, the old halogen lights, like 900 to 1,000 lumens. These new, like, high intensity, these aren't even the high beams. These are just the regular inserted cars. 3,000 to 5,500 lumens. That's almost 3 times to 5 times the old school ones.
It's insane. I was actually just buying some for my work truck. And I was looking, like, it had, your standard. It was, like 500 lumens or something. And then it was, ultra bright at like 800. And then it was super mega bright at 1,200. And then, blind your enemies at 1,500. But the thing I was looking at was like watt hour, or not, like runtime. Like the standard ones were about 1,100 hours of time, and then it drops down severely, like to 80 hours on the next one, and then like 30 hours, 40 hours, or whatever. It's like a ridiculously short amount of runtime.
You got to break them in.
Yeah,
you got to break them in.
Too.
You're in the category at AutoZone. You're like going down the rack, and you're like, all right, like 5,500 lumens. Going up a little higher. Oh, these are really, really bright, 6,000 lumens. And then it's like LASIK eye surgery lumens, where you're just driving around giving everyone ocular cancer or whatever.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Fix all that astigmatism.
Fixing everybody. All the stigmatisms.
Yeah, all those cataracts.
All those cataracts. It's funny because you mentioned some of the people try to angle it or cant them or put the little hood on it. And the ones that are kind of cockeyed out to the side, it's really funny because it's like, it defeats the purpose, though, because you're driving and, hey, there's a deer over there in the field. But by that point, you don't see the curve that's coming up, and you're eating, guardrail at that point.
I guess we're gonna have to have higher and higher cars, because the problem is the Jeeps, the Land Rovers, the truck, the 4x4s. Like so you're driving a sedan or a wagon or something. They're coming right through your windshield. or rear view, like back window.
Yeah.
So it's like right at your eye level. So like we're gonna just start having our cars on stilts or whatever, just like raise up jacks and get these just high rises so we're above it all.
It's pretty soon everyone just elevating. You're driving giraffe cars that are 20 feet off the ground.
Clipping bridges.
I did see some tech though to like kind of not refute your point about the deer. Cadillac came out with this thing. They have it's like an infrared night vision system.
Oh yeah.
Where you can actually see deer in your monitor. The only and I got to demo this at Cadillac Drive Days, and I thought it was the coolest thing. I was like, oh, they're like in this dark room and on the fog, and they're like, see the deer, and I was like, I can't see any deer. And they're like, cool, look at our new patented system, and I'm like, cool. And then I went home and I was like, wait a minute. Now I'm staring at a cell phone on my dashboard trying to drive. What the hell? So I was like,
it's like beeping in the console, like to your right, and with a cup holders, it's like, there's a deer. Where? Boom. Boom. It'd be funny if I'd really like to see Cadillac just go, hey, try out our new system. Take it for a test drive in the middle of, Lima, Ohio, and just go out there, Lima, Ohio, and it's just drive around, and it's just you're driving. There's a deer approaching. You see it coming, and then just the James Bond 12 gauge, just not today, dear, not today. You hit the brakes, back it up, throw it in your trunk, like venison, that shit.
And jerky.
We go hunting on Route 80. Here we go. Yeah. You got something?
Manfred Mann had a song about this. Blinded by the light, revved up like a douche because I was blinded by another driver. That's basically what the song was.
I love that rendition of it.
Yeah.
That's the studio cut. Didn't make it to public, but I've heard it's a legendary song. I did find a couple other people, like you were saying, DJ, that there are some solutions coming apparently, and some people, as cars get more and more souped up and more tech gets put on cars and more computer chips get soaked into cars, they're essentially saying that they will have dilating headlights that will sense another car coming and tone to another car approaching, or just you go past them, then it's dark again, they open back up, and they just auto do that. And so essentially the car can be the asshole at this point.
I think, didn't Disney make that movie Cars, and they got the dilating pupils and everything? We're hitting the future.
Yeah, Vader knows all about that in the country. Out here, man, my eyes dilated all the time, No, that's just because you're hopped up on huffing gas.
I got another solution from Corey Hart. He said, I wear my sunglasses at night so I can drive between the lines because this other driver's trying to blind me. I believe is how those lyrics go.
I heard that one. It's a great smash hit.
Yeah, no, that's a good hit. I'm waiting for the future. Can't get here soon enough. I mean, they say, look, it's going to take forever though, because there's 275 million cars on the road in America or whatever, and all those old Plymouths. You're not going to spend $2,000 just to replace two headlights with the Ocular Rift headlights, where it's just, or the hologram stuff you're talking about, Weekly Chaos, where it's just projecting out oh look, there's a deer. Oh, it's a fake deer. Oh, it got me again, Plymouth. Oh, cool, funny. But guys, I just can't stand it. And the funny thing is, you drive a truck, so I'm not trying to pick on you, DJ.
I am.
But the people who roll up behind you and they got the big 4x4 or the Jeep or something, and on top of everything, they got the top mounted bar lights, and they're just like,
what are you in the apocalypse? You hunting zombies or something? Jesus.
Listen, man, when it's all the zombie apocalypse and you guys got to get to your super tower, you're going to be coming over to me saying, I need your headlights in your big truck.
We need to find our way. When we're shooting zombie deer and it's the middle of Wisconsin, there we go. There's that other song, Gold Earring, another radar lover gone, So, everybody's singing about this shit. Look, I got my gas kind of all fired out.
I feel satisfied.
Yeah, that chest is looking fresh, man.
Yeah, you got it all shaved down. There's nothing to stop it, so I'm just going to keep complaining about it. The one thing I'll say, the last anecdote I'll throw in here is that I have grown up terrified of the little, signal of, hey, your headlights are on, your high beams are on. Because I heard this crazy story about the Bloods and the Crips. You ever hear about this?
Yeah.
He knows what I'm talking about. So they had this initiation thing where you drive up Route 1 with your headlights off, And the first car to be like, oh, hey, your headlights are off. Hey there, driving down Malibu, just going down to the Hollywood to go to the Grauman Theater, we're going to premiere. Oh, hey, by the way, your headlights are out. They're like, oh, yeah, thank you. They turn them on, they turn around, they come chase you down, and they blow your brains out on the side of Route 1, dump your body into the Pacific Ocean. So I don't know how many Bloods and Crips are out here in Ohio, but I was just like, I ain't playing that game.
Yeah, you try to be nice. Yeah, I heard that story as well. It's just, yeah.
Nick smashed out his own headlights. he's like, I don't need high beams. I don't need high beams, Mom.
I don't need anything. I
want to get in the Crips. Let me try it. I'm going hunting.
Oh, man. Just to think about it, writing it all down, all these ideas of the things that we're complaining about, because, we're privileged white men, and we just want to complain about something that's hard in life. But anyway, I got a product that I've heard about that just helps you write everything down, highlight what you really care about. That segment was great, and it gave me a lot of ideas for so many things that I must write down, but I have to write them down in so many ways, and all I have is this little old click pen. How will I express how great all these magnificent ideas are without more options? How? Never fear. Who said that? Super Pen is here. Where's that announcement coming from? Super Pen is 30 different clicks that allow you to write in black ink, red ink, blue ink, and 7 others. Oh, that's okay. I only need the first 3. But wait, there's more. Click 5 times fast to open up the highlighter features and 7 times fast to access Super Pen's answer to Sharpies. Blunties! I guess highlighters could help accent the best ideas. That's right, and you can have this 5-pound beast of a pen for 12.5 and 12.5 refill cartridges for your black ink for just $10.99. If you use the code VELCHA at checkout, we'll send you a regular ink pen for free. Hey, thanks, creepy voice guy. This is not actual product source idea, just in case you thought it was. It's not. If there's something out there with the same name, we are unaware and offer no affiliation, no judgment on the actual product, source, or idea.
Okay, well, I'm glad you got that off your chest because you got plenty more talking to do in this segment of Buzzkill. You guys know the rules. I'm going to hit the guys with one subject, maybe another, and when you hear the it's time to move on to the next one. Gentlemen, are you ready for this week's episode of Buzzkill?
Yeah, boy!
He's pumped. He's jacked. He's ready to go. Good. Because, gentlemen, your subject is gambling.
Roll them dice. We rolling craps. We shooting the breeze right now. You only bet on black. That's the only way to do it. Double up or nothing.
You got to know when to hold them, and you got to know when to fold them.
I believe that, yeah.
That's all I know about that.
I'm smoking aces sometimes. Someone recommended that movie.
Smoking them, rolling up and smoking them. Gambling, I have tried the casino thing, and it's just, I don't get it. Unless you really get into it, I don't know. I just picture throwing money out the window. And I know there are strategies and ways of doing it. Craps table, best odds in the house. Roulette, worst odds in the house. At least that's what I know about it. I've tried blackjack a couple times, always come out empty pockets. But I do like sports betting, and I can get into that because it's a little more fun. You know the players, you think so-and-so's going to do well, so-and-so's not going to do well, and I've just been doing dollar bets, and I think it's okay. I know it's just these big corporations that are now worth billions of dollars because they moved into every state, but no,
they're fixing the games over there. They're making it doesn't matter. They're going to look at all the bets. They're going to change it on you. They're going to see, oh, this is going to pay out too much. Let's change up. Hey, tell that ref to trip that player or something. Or
your subject is home cooking.
Nothing like it. Mom spaghetti. My knees weak. Arms are heavy. Vomit on my sweater from eating too much mom spaghetti. It's ready.
Yeah, hey man, Mom Sketty is there. Sketty. Look, man, home cooking is the best way to do it. You control what goes into it. You tailor it to your tastes. That's how to do it. That's how we do it at Velocity Chaos on Monday.
That's my cousin or my god brother, I guess technically, is I say I don't like out food. That's like going out and eat. I'd rather have in food because I don't like spending all that money on something that I'm not going to be completely satisfied by. Yeah. I'd rather have something I'm not going to be satisfied and not have to pay as much and do it myself. I don't mind a mediocre tasting food.
Does he like aquatic in food?
So yeah, I mean he's actually he takes it down to a science. He's like, he's all about the sous videing and stuff, and okay, you got to put this fish in there for 15 minutes, and then pan fried for 3 minutes on this side, 2.5 minutes on this side, 16 grams of, and I don't know.
What about the lady? You cook with the lady at all? Your lady?
I guess we could make a date night out of it, but we don't do it together, really.
Oh, okay. Is it just because you guys bump elbows and there's conflict, or is it just never home at the same time?
You guys make a whole thing about it? Like,
Yeah, I think it's actually it can add to chemistry. Bring a meal together, really. Yeah, for couples, but also for friends. Sometimes I cook with some of my buddies. Grilling burgers, mixing burgers up, all that.
Your subject is Adolf Hitler.
Man, what's your question? I know you got a question about it.
Do you think he was German?
Yes. No, your question, you have this this moral dilemma question. If you saw 1-year-old Hitler, 6-year-old Hitler, and you went back in time and you had the chance to kill Hitler, would you kill Hitler?
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
You'd kill a 6-year-old.
Yeah, well, if I knew it was Adolf Hitler, if I was like, hey, can you take this mouth swab really quick and you like run it through your cool, because I mean, if we're time traveling at this point, might as well like break out the high tech, DNA sampler right there, the invention that could not be made, and just go, oh yeah, it's Adolf Hitler. All right, you're done.
But what if they'll just find some other person to take his spot? Ugh, I can't even talk. Spot.
Yeah, but I took my shot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Michael Jordan. No, Wayne Gretzky. What did he say? But if you kill baby Hitler, then is Wayne Gretzky going to be able to say that?
You miss you miss 100 Hitlers that you don't take or something.
I think that's true.
Like,
yeah, I guess you got to look at it that way.
You miss 100. You miss 100 Hitlers you don't strangle.
or so you kill baby Hitler and then you're like, next boy, and then you kill that one too because it's probably just part of their Third Reich regime.
I think you'd be fine. At least look, it's one kid. I get it. It's like super moral problem question, and just to ask it clearly and explicitly, if you could go back in time and know that you could take out baby like 6-year-old Hitler and you knew it was him for sure, but you only had 5 minutes in the room to make your decision.
Yeah.
What would you do? And I know a lot of people go, I'd hug him.
Your subject is farming.
You got to plow that field. You got to get in there deep sometimes, put your seed in there, and then cover it all up real nice.
Got to get your hose ready and, go out and tend to the rows.
Yeah, you got up and down. You got to churn that butter nice and easy. Hand over fist, milk the udders.
The funniest thing was, speaking of milking the udders, I remember when I was a kid, it's one of the most vivid memories I've ever had. And it's hilarious of
preteen, right?
Yeah, preteen, like that's preteen. There's other awakenings that happen, but my farm awakening, there was a milkmaid and, no, that's not it. That was the other one. And that was, post-teen. But, no, we were, my dad's like, yeah, that's a cow. That's an udder. And the farmer person was like, it's like those they don't call them open houses. They call them open farms where you get to go check out what a farm's like. And they're like, yeah, this is how you milk a cow. Go try that one over there. And I kneeled down and it was like that epiphany of like, I need to be aware of my environment because I look down and I'm just knee deep in a fucking cow pie.
Oh boy.
So I'm just there trying for an experience to milk this cow. And I just remember, and it wasn't a small one. It was like a solid hot dog length down the kneecap.
First time, huh?
You gotta scout for cow pies, then you do the milking.
Did you get your chance to tug? How was your tugging skills?
Pretty cool. I haven't been able to. I've never gotten to the point where I can shoot it into the mouth, from like 3 feet away, or
Yeah, however, I understand your logistics of you trying to. But I've only uttered a milked an udder once, but I don't remember. It was back before those times.
Your subject is RC toys.
Those were the hot ticket item.
Yeah.
You get the you get the 9-volt battery in there and you charge it up, or you had to charge it for like 6 hours so you could play with it for 9 minutes.
Yeah, it's like, all right, Furby, let me shove this 9-volt up your ass. We're gonna have playtime and we're gonna go hard in the paint for 10 minutes. Yeah. Let's rip it! Woo!
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, let's charge it again. Okay, we'll come back after dinner. I
also loved the little RC cars where it came out and looked like a total hot rod. And you like jump it over one. It's like 2 books stacked on top of with a ramp. It hits the ramp and like the top just flies off and the plastic shatters. And you're like, this is not what it's all about, man.
Some real Napoleon Dynamite ramp jumping there going on.
The robots were cool too, though. I thought those were cool. But remember, man, it's going so far back. There were toys where you had to you had to, the cord was like 5 feet long, and that's as far as you could get away from the freaking toy. And then like now you can control shit from your phone.
Yeah.
From like the other room and freak your mom out.
You have little drones now, just like,
Go get me a Jones soda.
Yeah.
Type that in. AI, ChatGPT, flies away, grabs it, brings it
we're
back.
going to the future right now. We struggled so much, but think about decades and centuries before. They probably just had like a, I don't know, pine cone or something they had to play with.
A stick that was tied, 5 feet away, and they're like, man, that guy got a stick that he can just throw and it comes back to him, man. It's like 100 feet away.
Your subject is moon boots.
The mischief ass looking Pac-Man has moon boots walking around.
Yeah,
Pauline Dynamite tried to bring him back.
I've never even been close to a pair of moon boots.
I'm sorry for your soul. Bless your heart.
Oh, you think it's good for me to be close to moon boots or have worn them?
As a kid, no, that's the way I take it. As a kid, those puffy boots that you wore.
I think they just
for snow.
Oh yeah, okay.
Your subject is dragons.
I'll be dragging these nuts
Where? Tell me where you will be dragging these nuts.
anywhere that the dragons are, because we're about to slay them, slaying dragons.
Anywhere I walk, cause they hanging so low.
Is Nessie a dragon?
No. Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. It's in.
What's a quick requirement? Run down top things that make something a dragon.
You got wervins, you got dragons. Dragons, it's 4 legs, wings,
But I mean,
fire.
okay, so Nessie has 4 flippers and no
Who
wings.
knows?
So no wings, so it's not
Probably
technically
not a dragon.
Okay.
Maybe not. But then you have, Chinese dragons that are
Yeah.
more snake-like.
No wings,
No wings.
but they got the power to fly.
Yeah.
Your subject is Amazon Prime.
When can we start shipping Amazon women?
That's right. Get my sister wives built up.
DJ not happy about that one. No, I'm just kidding. We are not condoning the shipment of any human beings.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Ever, never, ever, unless they want to come to America.
How long have you had Amazon Prime?
Back when that cow pie thing happened,
Yeah.
that's probably about the time.
Right? Yeah. I'd say easily over 10 years. It was so convenient to load it up into the cart. You know what Amazon Prime did? Amazon Prime ruined America. No, it ruined consumerism. It ruined the box store. It ruined window shopping. Everyone used to have to go out to the mall or the store and buy stuff and be judged. Judging is an integral part of the American society, and actually any society. Everyone have to go out to the store, be judged, and anything that you purchased, everyone else would look upon you with, disdain or something, and you'd be like, oh, okay, I guess I won't take this. And then, but now Amazon gives it a little box, doesn't say anything what it is, and you can just be in your own place, doing what you want, and no judgment free. I guess they're very progressive.
Judgment-free shopping.
Yeah.
I think. Do you ever feel conflicted about? Oh, I should go support like a local store, or I could just order this and get it tomorrow at 5 p.m. and I wouldn't have to leave.
Exactly. Give it to me same day.
Same day. Pay $2 more. Yes.
I could drive there and get it the same day, but no, I want it to show up at my doorstep.
And
I want to watch the delivery driver put it on. It's this real power trip that we're going on.
I want to pay more for it.
Yeah.
Your subject is Batman.
We pay so much more for same day shipping. It's like instead of just going to the store. I'm sorry. So,
If you want if you want your Batman toy,
yeah.
right now, you can pay $100 more, and somebody at Amazon, we will tell them, hey, you, John, get in the car, get in your personal vehicle, take this Batman toy, drive over to Luke's house, and drop it on his front porch. It says in the delivery notes, do not break eye contact. So don't forget, do not break eye contact.
Batman. I'm just over here in like a Batman mask, a Batman underwear, and just a cape, and that's it. Yeah, give me that Batman toy.
You want to see my Batmobile?
Here's my Batarang.
John. Your subject is Chuck Norris.
Well, greatest. I mean, I know I said we're using GOAT too much, but greatest of all time.
But of what?
Of everything.
Of being Chuck Norris?
Yes. Those Chuck Norris jokes are making a resurgence. I kind of dislike that. Like, that was a thing of the late aughts.
That was our thing.
It was our thing. Yeah, I'm very possessive of that.
Hey, might as well be. Go for
I
it.
guess it can come back around. That's cool, I guess.
No, don't concede so fast.
Hold
what
on.
are you doing? Come on.
It can come back, but people are trying to make it more than it is.
Oh yeah,
like
they're trying too hard.
They're trying to become hip off of it, like
TikToks and shit.
Yeah, exactly. But if it's us reminiscing about it, hell yeah. But if it's people like, oh hey, here's my TikTok. Why does Chuck Norris not break? Why does he break sidewalks and bedposts? Yeah, like
no answer. There's no response. That's the end of the Chuck Norris.
Oh,
joke.
yeah. He doesn't stub his toes. He breaks all those things.
Yeah, I think you came up with actually a really good one, and we should keep that. Of Chuck Norris is the GOAT of what? Yes. Just like that's my own Chuck Norris contribution right there.
Well, Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice.
And never came back.
The boogeyman checks under his bed for Chuck Norris before he goes to sleep.
My favorite is the Chuck Norris does a push up in the world, like moves like down like 10 feet. Yeah, that's my favorite.
They were the best. Like, it's just timeless. But now it's coming back, and I guess it's not timeless because it's pissing me off. I'm just becoming an old curmudgeon.
Your subject is Steve from Blue's Clues.
What a solid dude. You know, just blues, just drawing, teaching people how to draw stuff.
And drawn with a freaking crayon. You know how hard it is to draw with a freaking crayon? Anything legible with a crayon, because it's always just like dragging across the page. All the detail is lost. There's no fine edges. That guy was a wizard with a freaking crayon.
And incredible. And yeah, just dancing around with whatever the hell he was dancing around. That must have been so awkward to do. Like, hey, kids. And then there's nothing around you, and then they got to animate everything else in. But now he's a rock star.
Hey, I mean, he sold it because he was every day, every show, he was working with an animated co-star. And, you know, if Blue wasn't happy that day, man, he Wait, can I see that again?
And then Mr. Salt, Mrs. Pepper. They're French.
Yeah. I don't know why. Home cooking, I guess, is French.
Your subject is nightmares.
Jesus. I just think I don't even go to sleep anymore. I'm afraid of having nightmares.
Wow. One of my favorite, again, I'm going, like, look, this is turning into a nostalgia segment, but that's all cool. I remember when I first watched the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, where they find the goblet, the chalice of Jesus Christ, and there's the scene with the cobwebs, and I remember the thing moving, and I just was freaked out that it was just a giant ass spider. It never was. It was just the saw blades, right? I was more terrified by my imagination, and that's what stuck in my head. And to this day, I'm like, yeah, the spider, I mean the saw blade thing, right?
Yeah.
And I thought it was just Indy versus like this giant 20-foot spider. And then I saw Lord of the Rings, like, 10 years later. It's happening!
It finally happened. Worst nightmare, I guess, would be thinking I'm waking up, and there's like this old man like sitting at the end of my bed. Like, that freaked me out.
Dude.
I haven't slept in 37 years.
You look great for an insomniac.
It's got a twitchy button, but that's the end of Buzzkill.
Wow. I don't know if you guys were checking your watch or checking the time, but you know what that was a good time. And you know what? Watch is a good time because it's always on time, never be late again, because with Watch you will always be right on time, just in time, and back in time the first time. That's right. Never miss a meeting again, because with Watch's sleek, simple, time-safe technology, set back the clock 10 minutes and bam! Just like that. You are early. You are the early bird. No more being late here with the Watch. Or better, just yet, the hour hand forward and breeze right through your day to that 5 o'clock salvation. Watch is waterproof, dustproof, shockproof, and 100% proof. That's right. And it's 100% good time. Always be on time with Watch. Go to our website and use code TikTok goes the clock for a free timeless shipping when you order Watch. Yesterday, Watch. This is not an actual product, service, or idea. Just in case you thought it was, it's not. If there is something out there with the same name or unaware, have no affiliation, offering no judgment on the actual product, service, or idea. What do you think it means as we go into this segment here where we look at some etymology of words? Because that's what that means, right? I think so. I got a question for you guys as I itch my nose real quick.
Oh, was that a hint? Was that a hint? Did you see that? Was that a hint? Was that a hint?
Write that down.
Write it down. Write it down. Write it down.
Actually, that's a pet peeve of mine. As I scratch my nose, because you don't itch, and itches happen, and you scratch them. You don't itch something, you scratch it.
Now that you're talking about nose, my nose is like,
yeah, scratch it.
what?
Just everything.
All right, I got you right here. What?
Oh, that's the anthrax I put on your microphone.
Yeah. My skin, so itchy.
No, you're scratching. Stop it.
What do you think Callipygian means?
Do you got a guess for this, DJ? DJ Old Spice.
I do. Why? Do you already know this?
I've been thinking about this since I saw it in the show notes. I think I got it, but you want to go for it
Oh,
first?
you've been going on a Callipygian. A Callipygian is of the avian variety.
Mm-hmm.
It's a two-winged creature that actually knows calligraphy.
So a bird, right? Like a two-winged creature.
Yes, it's an avian creature.
Very close to griffinage, yes.
Yes, it's very like griffinage, but it's a griffiner. A griffiner would be a Callipygian.
Callipygian, yes.
Callipygian.
Good. Yeah, DJ Old Spice is in the ballpark.
All right, moving
in
on.
A ballpark.
All right, and Summation Station.
In a ballpark, not the one he needs to be in. I love how he was like changing the word. He's reconstructing the word as he was guessing. He's like, I'm going to make this suit my needs.
That word probably means what you said, but this word, Callipygian.
Well, that's like etymology and entomology are pretty much the same word except for that N in there.
Yeah, they mean the same thing.
Yeah, entomology is like from Lord of the Rings, study events. Yeah, exactly. No, okay. So my guess, I got this. I understand where you're coming from, DJ Old Spice, but I think this is back in the old days, like ancient times, right? The guys who invented Adobe, and not the Creative Cloud, but the actual house made out of Adobe bricks or clay.
Adobo.
Adobo.
Adobo spice
That was the cousins. They just had one whole brand under Adobe. And then depending on the vertical that their specific business was in, they'd change the vowel at the end of it, either an O or an E or whatever. So these guys who were like the founders of Adobe, ancient Adobe, Creative Cloud, it was a guy from Asia from the Far East, and it was an Egyptian guy, and they came together, and their first font ever was Callipygian. Callipygian.
Yep. You guys are in the ballpark. Wrong ballpark.
It was just them trying to draw Egyptian hieroglyphs, but with like a little flourish here and there and thickening brushes.
And a griffin came in, and this other winged bird creature writing fonts.
We're playing our own games over here.
Yeah. All right. So you're right. It's old. It is old.
And you're right. I get 2 points, right?
Yes.
Because it is a word.
It is a word. Yes. You're racking up points. It's of Greek origin. There's two words here. There's kalos, which means beauty, and puge, which I will not give you the word because that will give away everything. But
Puge.
But kalos meaning beauty, and I'm trying not to. I want to give you guys information without giving it away. So let's see. It's based off of, to describe the famous statue of Venus from Greek. Callipugos is the word that it was taken from. Again, kalos meaning beauty, and then in classical mythological mythology, a nymph, mother of Arcas by Zeus, turned to a bear by Hera, from Greek Callistos, superlative of kalos, beautiful, beatus, noble, good, and its derived noun kalos.
This
beauty.
mother trucker over here is just like the ancient Greek sources. These abalakla, like this word is ausis bautis, the
exactly
dictionarius from the ancientus timesus of Greeksis. You're just putting sus at the end of it, and that's sus to me, man.
Sus as hell, dude.
That's what happens when you're
what
reading.
happens.
That's it. If you want to speak Greek, just throw sus on the end of everything. Perhaps the related origins to Sanskrit kalyana, meaning beautiful. So I don't know with any of these susses if this might have any hint for you guys, because we can't really go all day on this one. And I do have a bonus word on top of this, but
Galapagos.
yeah, Callipygian,
Callipygian.
beauty, and referring to a statue of Venus.
He's like, Callipugos, and you're just like, Callipygian.
He said Pugos. I heard it. I heard it.
Look at me, look at me, look at me. It's Callipygian. Well, look at my lips.
All right, I got this. This was the pigeon that was assigned to sculpt only women. That was the thing. He would sculpt women in their beautiful images, and that's what they did. But it was definitely still the
I
pigeon.
believe, Michelangelo.
Yeah,
This is-
yeah.
this
Only
is-
it was like Pidgeangelo.
Yeah.
This is the name. This is the name. Oh, like the pigeon was commissioned by the gods.
Yeah.
So he's like the Greek pigeon god of sculptors. And they're just like, hey, Callipygian. Hey, man, this my girlfriend, man. She needs a bust, man. Bust of her bust, brother. Can you come over and help me out, Callipygian? He's like, I got you, fam. He just takes his magic chisel and just goes, poof. And the block of marble just transforms.
SpongeBob's that.
Yeah,
joint.
yeah.
Bang.
Yeah, exactly.
I give you Callisto.
Hey, Callipygian, man. California, bro. California, eh? Callipygian. So beauty, you said Kalos or whatever, and then Pujo.
I told you Pugos.
Pugos.
Galapagos.
The Pooge.
The Puge. This is, I would say this is, and is this a capital C on purpose? Is this like a thing? Or is it?
No, it's, I just capitalized a lot of things. It's adjective. It's adjective.
It's an adjective?
Yeah.
So I would say having a beautiful body.
Yes.
Kalis, whatever, is beautiful, and Pujo is ancient Greek for beautiful body. Yeah.
You are right. You are at the gate. I'm gonna give you guys some. This is the word isn't in what I'm gonna tell you, but what I'm about to tell you is about what the word is about. So a man named Sir Mix-a-Lot, he had these lyrics. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Want to pull up though? Tough, because you notice that butt was stuffed. So keep that in mind. And then we're gonna move on to Cisco. He said she had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? Baby, move your butt. I think I'll sing it again. And then he sings it again. And then Fergie, she said, "What you gonna do with all that junk inside that trunk? I'm gonna get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump. What you gonna do with all that ass inside them jeans? I'm gonna make you scream, make you scream is what Fergie said." Wow. And the last one, Al Pacino in Heat, because she's got a great ass. So with those hints, what does Callipygian mean?
This has got to be a pigeon with some tail feathers, baby.
That's the one who's sculpting the butt.
Yeah.
It's just the butt.
Just the
Because really, yeah.
This is going right into Dolly, man. Pigeon, chiseling, and ass.
I got a new career. I'm out, boys.
That great pantheon of lyricists and incredible artists that would make the Greek god Dionysus cry and weep that these words are more beautiful than drink. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to guess. Seriously, though, this time. Beautiful hips. Beautiful thighs. Something.
Man, I thought you had it. Callipygian means having a well-shaped bottom.
Oh, my goodness.
Nice ass.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, that's what it is. Having a well-shaped buttocks.
Wow. Really?
I've been a Callipygian my entire life, baby girl.
Hell yeah, you are.
Didn't even know it.
Callipygian, you didn't even know it. All right, I got a bonus word here for you guys because this was sent in from a viewer. I didn't think I could get a full segment out of this one, but I want to hit you guys with this one real quick. It's going to take me a second to say. Whew, amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. There we go. We got hippopotamonstrosiquipidalia phobia. Hippomonstros's Hippomonstros's equiptophobia.
Give it a rip, DJ.
This is well, I was gonna say men, but this is for boys who got a fear that big old
hippopotamus
women
booty.
with that big old hippo having booty.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I was gonna say give it a rip on the read.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There's a hip. Okay.
Hippity hop to the hip hop.
Give them all the easy ones.
Hip hop anonymous. Hippopotamonstrous equipitophobia.
Wow,
Nice.
that was almost right out. All right, let me give it a rip. Hippopotamonstrous equipidophobia.
I think we're like all right there. We're missing the L. Hippomonstrosediquipidelphobia.
Oh, you snuck it in there.
Yeah.
Dahliaphobia.
After I stuttered about 12 times. This one,
Quipidophobia.
quick guesses, just real quick. Quick guess.
I already did.
Okay. Nick, quick guess. What does mine mean?
Yeah, this is the psychological fear of large equipment on the body.
Close. It's just fear of long words.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah. So yeah,
Quippy, very quippy.
yeah. So if you have a fear of long words, you're probably afraid of hippopotamonstrous equiptilophobia, or probably also Callipygian. I feel like that's also a long word in there too. Maybe not long enough, but I feel
Not
like it's
long enough
it's
to be spooky.
possibly. I don't know. That's
Not
a lot
for
of
me.
letters.
I ain't got no hippopotamus.
That's true.
Don't be a hero, mate. You look after your mates, and your mates will always look after you. Yeah, cheers.
All right, going down to the land down under for some Aussie news. This guy is looking out for people long after they're gone. Holbrook Southern Cryonics open for business, but experts chilly on deep freeze dream. So this is going to be Australia's first cryogenics lab. This guy, I'm looking it up, Mr. Callipygian. Sus.
He's Greek. You can't trust Greeks.
Yeah, well, this guy, he essentially has Peter Callipygian. He has created this business where he's got all these essentially human what are they called? The
Cryopods?
flask, human flasks.
Oh.
Human flasks. You know, take a little swig out of it.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. That's Granny in the cryo chamber. No, what this guy is doing is essentially hooking up these liquid hydrogen pods where people, after they die, you swoop in, you grab them wherever they're at, and you chuck them right into the hydrogen pods. And basically, all these people are banking on 150, 200 years. You can unfreeze people and rejuvenate them with some sort of high-tech religious mumbo-jumbo science.
Isn't that what Walt Disney did? Isn't he waiting on a cure?
He's waiting for it. But that one's actually been refuted by the daughter, which is a likely story.
That's what she wants us to think.
Yeah, so it's really interesting, the business model this guy has. Like, you have to take out a $200,000 life insurance policy at minimum, and 50% of that goes... or $50,000 of that goes right to Mr. Salakides when you die, and then anything.
Great business model.
Yeah, just collecting people's life insurance, but then he keeps a full-time staff employed to like grip it and rip it. So you die, they just like swoop in like helicopters. They're like coming in like, you know, Coast Guards like on the ladder and grabbing your body by the scruff and just like hauling off, and your family's just like, we didn't even finish the funeral.
Just stealing bodies. Half of your life insurance is going to go to paying the team to abduct your body from the open casket. Yeah.
This man's just trying to swoop up all of them Callipygians. That's what I think. Freeze drying them, save them for later for like leftovers.
Oh, man. He freaky like that. But anyway, it's just so funny because all this stuff is refuted and people are saying, look, for anything, we barely understand death. We barely understand what happens after death. How could you even possibly come up with an idea or concept in science to rehabilitate, rejuvenate somebody who's already passed? And look, this guy's like, hey, if people want to spend their money on getting chucked into a bunch of frozen hydrogen after they die, who am I to tell them no? So he just set it up. I don't know how much it costs. I don't know what these things look like. They actually they look like just giant brew kettles from a brewery. But yeah, I mean, this is funny that they've just opened up the first one. He's already got a couple clients. They're in their 40s, so he's got a ways to go before he actually cashes in. So this is a long game for Mr. Callipygian.
Yeah, I think I'm going to dig a ditch in my backyard just as deep as I can and say, hey, if you want to try out the ditch method, I'll just toss you in this ditch. You can save $6,000. Just pay me $3,000. And if people want to be chucked into a ditch in my backyard after they die, how am I going to stop them? That's just a part of life.
Jeez.
I'll sprinkle some Parmesan cheese over you when I'm done, and we'll call it a day.
It's the Parmesan method. That's amore.
The Parmesan.
That's amore.
I mean, that's just goes to show you that in life, when it comes to the end, it doesn't really matter. Your spirit, your heart will go on, but your body, might get chucked into a cryogenic chamber, and that's all you can do about it, because when you're smelling good, you're feeling good, and it doesn't matter because you got your sunnies on. You're not going to be blinded by the light, and you're on top of cloud 9, flying high, rolling the dice, eating that good home cooking, wearing your moon boots, flying on dragons, getting your Batman shipped in, Amazon Prime, same day, and you're going back in time with Chuck Norris, and you're killing little Adolf Hitler, and all those other little Nazi kids that they're throwing at you. You're going to fight them all off. Would you rather fight 100 little Nazi kids or one Adolf Hitler? Give me all 101 of them. And we'll go from there. I mean, that might be the things that nightmares are made out of, and we could see if Steve from Blue's Clues could draw that out for us. But really, it just comes down to asking Fergie and just looking at that Callipygian frame right there that she got. She got that dump truck, and we're gonna enjoy life when we can, and it's all about living the good life. Woo-hoo-hoo. We are pulling into the recommendation station. Here we are. I got something for you today. Dropout TV. That's right. Another subscription platform for you and you and you and you. That's right. We got all the subscriptions coming out. This one, if you were a fan of College Humor back in the day, where'd College Humor go? They went to Dropout TV. They made their own platform.
Nice.
So if you are interested in Dungeons & Dragons campaigns from some of the best dungeon masters in the world, Brendan Lee Mulligan, Satine Phoenix, what's the other guy from Critical Role? Matt Mercer. That guy. If you're into Dungeons & Dragons by some of the best to ever do it, watch those ones from Dimension 20. Game Changer, if you're into improv game shows where the rules of the game change every show. So it's like a kind of Whose Line Is It Anyway almost, but it's in a game show format. Or if you like, if you like being a nerd who likes to correct people, where they give you wrong information and to answer you say, actually, and that's how you answer those questions. So if you're into that kind of stuff, and there's plenty more. They got sketches and all that stuff. It is, I think it's like $60 a year. First year is like 20% off, so it's like $45 for the year, or you can pay monthly, like $5 a month. You're paying all these other subscriptions. I got it a few weeks ago, and I've been enjoying it. I've been watching some of the D&D campaigns. This was actually recommended to me from Captain Daddy. Captain Daddy.
Captain.
Out there, so I knew it had to be good, and yes, it is. I enjoy it. Dropout TV.
That's hilarious that they went from, hey, College Humor, but we dropped out. Just perfect. I'm sure they thought of that when they were into it. They probably did drop out, actually. It's a real story. But I checked that out. How's the quality? Pretty good? They have like a studio. Is it like a studio production stuff?
They spruce it up. They do it good.
Man, I'm gonna have to check that out. I wonder where they're based. LA probably, but that's awesome. Good for them. Do they have guest stars, or is it just a rotating cast?
For what?
Oh, I don't know. Like how are these shows comprised? Like actually, is that
so? It's like they have their host.
Okay, got it.
One host, and then you're just rotating 3 people in.
Cool.
Same thing with Game Changer. They have their host Sam. I don't remember his last name, but people just come in and rules change every time.
Nice.
One of them that's popping up on the internet now is they did a escape room show where they locked the 3 contestants in an escape room that they didn't know was an escape room, and then the host pops up on the TV. So I have yet to watch that one, but I've seen it floating around.
Cool. I will have to check that out. Anything from Captain Daddy coming in, it's a good recommendation in my book. I want to recommend that we thank our buddy DJ Old Spice for holding it down tight for the show today.
Hey guys, thanks for having me here. It's always a good time to mess around and be on the show.
Thank you for imparting your aromatic spirit with us today. We appreciate it very much. Guys, it's been a great ride today. We really have a lot of fun doing the show. We're getting a little rowdy. I like it. Like, we need to get a little more edgy on this show, on this roller coaster for you guys out there, and totally ruin our reputations publicly. But hey, like Amazon Prime has taken that away. So is the anonymity of the internet. So we're safe until we're not. But anyway, we feel safe with you guys. We really appreciate our fans out there. If you've gotten it this far in the show, thanks for making it and trooping through. We hope to see you on the next one. And we would love to see your interactions on the internet, comments, likes, emails, private DMs to DJ Old Spice, whatever you prefer, however you'd like to incoming your messages. We're there for it. So thank you so much. This is Nick signing off.
And this is Luke signing off. Thank you guys once again. We appreciate you so much. Set your podcast to download on Apple and Spotify, our podcast platform of choice. It lets us know that you are helping us. If not, we're just still doing this for fun. We'll do it anyways. But thank you guys. And like we always say, because she's got a great ass. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in to the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We upload new episodes every Monday and Thursday. Be sure to subscribe and rate us on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. Interact with us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod or on Facebook and YouTube at Velocity Chaos Podcast. We are grateful for your time and hope you enjoyed it here. Please tell a friend, and thank you once again.